1989. September 21st, I got a call at work that our daughter Melanie, who was just starting her junior year at Lakeside, had been in a car accident at the beginning of the school day. So I rushed home, and Lord called her home. And Melanie was a very unusual person in that she tried to keep so many things to herself. And one of the things was the fact that at that point in time she was pregnant. Mm. She wore very loose clothes. We didn't see it. And so we lost Melanie and her son. One of our sons, the one who was closest to Melanie, was a freshman at that time, Jeremy. And I asked Jeremy, first or second day after this happened, I said, Jeremy, you don't seem very sad that Melanie's gone. And he said to me, Dad, he said, I know I'll see her again. And Mike, he is with her now in heaven. Because that was 1989, and in 2011, after fighting addictions for many, many, many years, we don't know how or why it all started. We think perhaps his natural parents may have had some issues. We don't know that. The Lord finally said, Jeremy, you've suffered enough. It's time to come home. Mm-hmm. And called him home to be with the Lord and with Melanie. In January of 2012, I woke up one morning and I had this song, a chorus, if you will, a refrain in my mind when I woke up in the morning. I had the words and I had the melody. Yeah. And you know, those of us that are interested in music, we hear composers or singers, artists say, well, you know, this song came to me in 15 minutes, you know, or whatever. And they think, yeah, sure. But I had that. And within a matter of a day or two, I had the first stanza to go with it. I find, and my wife too, we find that being in church on a regular basis means so much to us. We have so many close friends there. We have friends that are not of our faith or of our congregation, but they don't mean the same things to us. When bad things happen, such as happened with losing two of our children, the faith that you can share with those people in your congregation is just so important. It just means so much. People will walk up and say, oh, I know how you feel. No, you don't know how I feel. Nobody knows how I feel except the Lord. Samuel Clemens said, when I was 18, my father was the dumbest person I had ever met. I never met anybody that was as stupid as he was. But by the time I was 21, it's amazing how much that man had learned. You know, and it's oh, okay. But think about it a minute. Mm-hmm. Who learned in those 3 years? When you're 10, 12, 15, 18, you know, there's lots of time to believe in Jesus or whatever I feel like believing in someday. Mm-hmm. But you don't know. This might be your last day. I think it's so important to maintain your faith, to place your trust in the Lord. He's there for you. He'll always be there for you. Things will happen that you feel, well, if there was a loving God, he wouldn't let this happen to me. And we don't know the reasons for a lot of the problems that come into our lives. Some are from our own problems that we've caused ourselves by our sinful nature. Other things are things that happen that we feel we have no control over, and we probably don't. But in the total overall picture, the Lord is in control, and everything will work out the best as he promises. All of his promises are good. And so hang on to those promises, cherish them, and you will find that when you get to be as old as I am, God willing, that those promises will come back and be a comfort to you every time you think of them. And every problem that comes your way, think about how the Lord has brought you this far and how he will continue to hold you in his hand until he calls you home.